4 more games in Walter Ray so far this week. 2 different centers, they'll remember. They bowled at Pacific Lanes in Tacoma and then got here to the arena setting for the round of 16.
Well, a little bit higher strike percent or average for Norm Duke, but lower strike percentage. And right now, you're getting an early dose of what makes Norm Duke so good. 2 different bowling balls, same line, the extreme outside line. Again, another part of the lane that nobody else is playing. And this would be a real interesting thing to see. Well, that was a tough word. You see one guy playing way in, another guy piping it from outside.
Each having similar success. A strike for Walter Ray, his first of this semifinal match after a spare in his first frame.
That's what makes these guys so good, though. I mean, they can play anywhere on the lane. You ask Norm Duke, Norm, where do you like to play? He says, I like to lay my ball down on an area on the lane that gives my ball the best chance to strike, no matter where it is.
Thanks to Walter Ray, the wild card players now 13-13 in matches this year. You saw it on ESPN in sync on lane 3, leaves the 7th.
Wow. I watched him do it in practice. The left lane was laboring. The ball was having trouble getting up into the 1-3 pocket. Problem is, if he moves a little bit right, ball wants to hook early and go high.
Wild card players have made the title match 7 times. They've got a 4-3 record. So if you're looking ahead to a victory over Norm Duke, just over 500 are those wild card bowlers. Norm Duke, perfect on lane 4.
You know, it just never ceases to amaze me, or anybody else for that matter, what this guy can do. Now, all week long at Pacific Lanes, Norm Duke hooked the entire lane. Similar to what Mike Devaney did the match before. Right now, you see him throwing it straight. 2 different bowling balls, the extreme outside edge.
All the way along the channel, all the way into the pocket. 10 more in the pit as he wipes them off the deck.
Walter Ray around the 3rd arrow. Kind of hard to see. His back was in the way, but trust me, that was around the 3rd arrow. Norm is outside 1st arrow. 1, 2, 3 board.
Walter Ray gets a nice break. Another strike for him in front of his wife, Paige Pennington. Walter Ray told us last night it was a 6-day trip in the motorhome from their home in Florida. They went to California to see some family and friends, then came up the Oregon coast up to Seattle. He said Paige was gripping onto the dashboard some white knuckle rides on some pretty crazy mountainous roads up here.
Yeah, he decided to take the coastal route. But he also said that he drove through the town he grew up in California.
Great.
Eureka.
He struck gold on lane 3.
They won't,
another strike.
Excuse me, Dave. They won't allow me back into the town that I grew up in. So I kind of live that vicariously through Walter. But take a look here. Walter's fine-tuning his ball reaction on the left lane, catches the double. But Norm Duke is perfect. Through 4, taking a re-rack on the right lane.
As usual, Walter Ray relaxed. It is pretty tough to ruffle his feathers. That's what all the other bowlers we talked to who made the show today are just so amazed by his consistency. He has the 1 championship. As Norm mentioned, no one has won 2. He's bidding to become the first on tour this year to do that. But they are absolutely floored by how consistent Walter Ray has been. Norm Duke not far behind, trips out the 7.
Well, and that's what happens when you put a good touch on a bowling ball. When you're not pinching it or grabbing it at the bottom, you get good carry. Norm tripping out the 4-7-10, catches a good piece of the head pin. 4-7-10 the last to go. When you're pinching it off and grabbing it at the bottom of the swing, you leave the 4-7-10 split, and it's clean out of your hand like it is when Norm Duke's letting go of it. You strike when you do that.
And strike he has, a 5-bagger to begin his match. Strike here for a 40-pin lead. To the 6th. Another. What a start from Norm Duke. 6 straight strikes and a 40-pin lead on fellow legend Walter Ray Williams Jr. Each try to win his respective second title this PBA Tour season. Lots of emotion here at Tacoma today. Mike Wolf told us he was talking to Walter Ray. What is this, your 1,000th, 1,000,000th TV appearance? I mean, it's incredible to allow the fellow bowlers how rock solid Walter Ray has been in terms of just getting there week in and week out. Lane 4, look out, little trouble, comes in high.
Yeah, well, Walter Ray is on TV more than old reruns of the Munsters, but right now he's looking at the 3-6-7-10 split. Got to get the ball over into here, throw that 3-pin into the 7, the ball will take out the 6-10.
Doesn't want it open now in this match. Spraying it across the deck, but misses the 7-pin, so an open frame against the red-hot Norm Duke, who has 6 straight strikes to begin his match.
And just left a big, ugly split on his good lane. Somebody that just watched him shoot that split would wonder why he didn't throw a hook ball at that.
There's the pocket.
Excuse me, Dave. Why wouldn't you throw a hook ball and have that hook into the 3-pin instead of that straight ball? Well, the conditions that we've been bowling on tour, the 3-6-10, the 3-6-9-10, that split are probably the toughest spares we shoot at, because if you get the ball a little bit too far to the right, it falls into the gutter. There's so much oil to the right side, it falls in. A little bit to the left, it hooks by it. So guys are now resorting to throwing their spare balls at that.
You heard the Duke, as he really has won over this crowd in Tacoma, and he delivers with a 7th straight strike and a 66-pin lead on Walter Ray.
And here's a guy that's taking a spare ball release, throwing a very, very strong rolly ball and making it look silly easy. But you know what? The one thing you got to look at and remember, his margin for error to the right is nil. One or two board miss to the right, it's 0.
He has 34 career PBA 300 games. He's on his way, this time on TV. 8th in a row.
Wow.
Yeah, why not?
The light hit the swish zone, slaps the head pin silly. 10-pin the last to fall. What a huge break. Norm knew he got that one a little bit fast down the lane. Still found a way to get home.
Walter Ray on lane 4. Finds the pocket. Norm Duke has his last 300 game, the year 2000 in Indianapolis. This event named for the late, great Earl Anthony. Look at the numbers. First all-time in so many of the key stats. Now, the earnings are different, of course, because bowlers earn quite a bit more money now than they used to in his era. Walter Ray Williams Jr. still in pursuit. Norm Duke trying to move up the list as well. He's got a huge edge today.
If Earl was bowling today, that career earnings number would be close to $3 million.
Scout across the deck, and Walter Ray can't believe it didn't trip the 10.
But in terms of 41 career titles and 10 majors, it's just phenomenal stat. Walter Ray 36 titles, so he only has 3 majors. One thing that really stands out, though, is the 138 telecasts that Walter Ray has made, 30-some more than anybody else. This guy
Lots of drama here. Now, this is another reset for Norm Duke. He's clinched this match already. He'll take on Devaney in the championship. And he's got a chance for his first ever career TV 300 game. Looking for 9 in a row. You bet.
Let's not forget a $10,000 bonus for shooting 300. It's about the only thing that Norm Duke hasn't done in his career. Wow, is that ball perfect? We like to use the term dead flush. 3 strikes away from perfection.
And his 35th career 300 game. Strikes in the foundation. ESPN 6 shows you. Woo! Another one. Needs 2 more.
Calm down. You only get
There
one.
have been 14 on TV. Will we see our 15th today? 2 shots shy of that. The last was Mike Miller, June 20th of '99 in Reno against Danny Wiseman. He just needs one more strike. Norm Duke with a chance to make history today in Tacoma.
Let's make it yours. Make it yours.
Is it his? Yes! $10,000 bonus in the semifinals. A 300 game for Norm Duke.
Unbelievable.
Oh, she's trying to finish. You mind if I sit over here?
Norm Duke forgot for a second of the excitement that Walter Ray's got to finish his match. Somehow Norm has got to come down from the elation of a 300
Norm, get a real
game
job.
in the semis and take on Devaney in the championship. What a moment today in Tacoma.
Hey, don't steal his light now, Walter Ray. You know, I shouldn't say unbelievable because there's nothing that Norm Duke does that surprises me or anybody else.
Hey, Randy, do you know who has 300s thrown at him on TV?
Something about 300s thrown against him?
Gotta look that stat up, Walter. Thanks for the interaction and the question. Trips out the center pin on lane 4. Heads for a triple to finish, but the man taking center stage now is Norm Duke. Now he's got to calm down.
Walter was referring to Johnny Petraglia when he bowled 300 against Walter Ray. That was for 100,000. Norm Duke does it against Walter Ray. Hey, if you're going to do it again, look at Walter's. Hey, there you go, Walter. You should have been out. You should have been out there the whole time.
A perfect 300 game for Norm Duke in the semifinals. Sends this huge crowd in Tacoma into a frenzy. They are screaming Duke, Duke for Norm Duke.
Thank you, man.
Gets his 35th career 300 game, the first time he's ever done it on TV. Earns an extra $10,000 in the semis today.